something that began becoming apparent and clear to me through my experience last couple of days. It's a reminder, it's a remembrance, and cool experience. All of us are time-space creators, manipulators, changers. According to our experience, our state of being, we shift time and space. We shift like the flow of time through our energy field, through our mind, through our body, through our embodiment state of being. Coming from our like up and down movement of energy and consciousness, our state of being, our polarity, like experience, you could say, the things that we're really working through. It's different for multiple different alignments within the collective, within astrological alignments, within times of year, times of month, and within the great shift of universal and galactic earth energies right now. So right now we're experiencing a very accelerated, uplifting, ascending time, because later in this month there's going to be another great portion, very highly potential, of a solar flash. We've experienced two others, I believe. There's going to be a third part to that coming later this month in June 2026. And because of that, there's an acceleration of energy. There's a greater pressure of energy on us for us to look deep and feel deep, look deep within ourselves and go through greater healings, greater realizations, greater releasings, greater working through traumas and blockages and stuckages, really feeling through that stuff, really clearing through it, really going on like the downward curve into the shadow, into those traumas and hurts and those stucknesses, stagnations, to clear things out, to lift ourselves up, shift into a higher coherent, embodied state of ourselves, to shift into a more whole and unified and just like uplifted, real, more of our soul's light to shine through, to bring more coherence to our spirits, mind, heart, body together. And because of this up and down flow of like the down deep into like kind of the lower vibe, you could say, feel of just like really going through our shadow, and then up curve through how we shift through that on the other side and really alchemize everything, shift and uplift. It affects our actual experience of time itself passing, time and space. So like you might notice now as you go through that, all of a sudden like there's an acceleration of time. Like there's an acceleration, also like a gaining of time. So like it could feel as if more time has passed or will pass in a moment, but when you look at the clock, it's actually a lot earlier than you thought. It could be a few minutes, it could be 5, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, it could be more. Like it's like missing time through a gaining of time, through an acceleration of time, because like you've shifted and alchemized a lot in that moment. And then as you do that, you accelerate and uplift into a more higher energy state of being. And then all of a sudden it shifts and like collapses your experience of time, space, your experience of reality, and like starts to like bridge in the higher timelines to equalize with this like solar flash and the greater shift are going on through in the collective right now. And honing that into yourself, aligning that, grounding it in. So as you ground in those higher states, higher energy states, you are manipulating your experience of time. And so like things, if you felt like you were moving slower before, if you felt like you were stuck, and then all of a sudden you move through something and it's like, oh wow, a lot more time I have actually, I've shifted. What happened? I swear that like I was just like more forward in time, or like a clock or something, or a timer you have in your phone or something, so it's going to take more time. Also, it's like less actually, or like you've gained, like I say, you've gained time, there's like more time now. It's like, oh, that's interesting. So yeah, trying to bring through a clear understanding of that. So it's very interesting. We gain time through just really going through and shifting greater wisdom and more of our light, our soul, and our spirit, more of God light, and like whole self unified frequency, and really honoring our exact body and emotional feelings. Yeah. And you may notice beautiful things from that. You'll notice a lot of beautiful things from that. This is one cool, interesting one. So, because it's through that shift, that internal shift, and that meeting with yourself, the alchemizing, the healing, that you're actually collapsing time and space and energy. You're pressurizing it in to like actually embody it, to actually like get the thing, get the lesson that you're meant to, make contact with that energy that was like always waiting through that internal experience. And you're like, it's pressurizing through you, it's collapsing together, meaning like into itself, and you're like really receiving it, and you're really embodying it. And so because of that, instead of like a healing, instead of a shifting, instead of a lesson taking longer than it would in a moment when you're really feeling it, when you're really going through it, you're really experiencing something, and you actually take the moment to really feel into it and really go through it, really honor it, really honor your body, honor your emotions, and like actually do the thing. Then instead of that thing taking a longer time and space, it like collapses in on you, and it changes the energy around you. It changes the time and space experience around that thing and around just in general, so that it just like shifts and causes like a little glitch shift in your experience. So then time just all of a sudden you gain time, all of a sudden it shifts, all of a sudden you notice that, you know? And it's like I've shifted into like another, maybe it's another timeline shift, where we do shift timelines quite often. So yes, timeline shift from that anchoring point to start to like add to your base frequency and your base self, because that base self is shifting now as you're learning, as you're growing, as you're changing. And so it changes reality around you because you're changing. Your perspectives are shifting, you yourself and your state of being are shifting, and your understanding of yourself, of life, of reality is shifting and changing. So it's going to change the energy around you. It's going to change the time and space around you. It's going to alter things, and it will be noticed when you're slowing down as a part of that experience, to anchor you into more the presence of the moment. So yeah, that. Okay, a different moment here, but to add into that is basically, so if you're in that stuck place, if you're in that like kind of down curve in the shadow and the deep feels, and a lot of the healings are going on and so forth, and you're being urged to really, really, really authentically feel, move through, and love and honor through all the things, to clear and shift through it. Right now, as time feels like it's moving slower, you may feel like you're stuck. It feels like everything around you in the day is moving faster and you're barely getting anything done, because that's probably the case. But then like as you go through that healing, as you go through that shift, as you go through that like really learning a lesson or distilling a wisdom and embodying this like shifted aspect of you through your whole body, through your energy body, emotional body, mental body, etheric or astral, whatever it is for you, suddenly you'll like equalize with time moving faster, as it has been for a long time, kind of increasing in speed. You'll equalize with it and even get ahead of it. And when you get ahead of it, that's when all of a sudden it's like you're gaining that time, and it's like you're becoming faster, getting more things done, and we're just like, things are taking less time than you thought, because you're starting to be resonatingly, vibratingly faster at that higher energy state, and like really moving with that through your day. So another way to say that and help bring a connection to understand it. And another thing to add here is that when you slow down your brain waves, your state of being, your energy starts to really slow down and regulate, and your body relaxes, your mind relaxes, and melts as one, and you expand, open. You'll notice how time itself slows down. Also, the opposite here. Time itself will literally slow down. You'll be able to like experience and see and feel a lot more within a few seconds, as if it was several minutes or tens of minutes or more. You know, a lot of people will say that who've been in very deep states of meditation and so forth, and it's true. I've experienced it a lot. Just getting into this state of meditation deep, and then like a few seconds have passed, but yeah, it's actually, or like, and it just feels like it's been insanely longer, sometimes hours, in just a few seconds. So like a whole lot can go on through your whole being and your mind, and it's actually just been a few seconds. So it's really cool that when you really slow down, it's almost like you can speed up with the micro little quantum bits of consciousness and experience that create your time and reality. It's really weird, really fun, and yeah, so that's just another one too, when you really slow that down, just as much as when you like accelerate energies. But like if you're slowing down in a way that's like obviously just equal within that state of being, in your whole body and your whole mind just expanding, rather than a drop down because you're going through things. Yeah, so entirely different. I wanted to mention that.